Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to TGW Smackdown. We are your hosts, OddSmith311
and EvilPenguinGaming.
And kicking off this week's show, we have the king of cruiserweights, none other than Neville. How's it going, Evil Penguin?
Oh, man. Well, after that Battleground show, I mean, my God.
So good.
So good.
I tell you, man, that Bret Hart Dusty Rhodes match tore the house down. That was everything we hoped it'd be.
Yeah, it was. Not to mention, I mean, Seth Rollins and Eddie Guerrero. Wow.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody was surprised they had a great match, but still a thing of beauty to watch. Anytime.
Yeah, that was your only title that was defended on that show that didn't change.
You're right. Samoa Joe. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. The Rock defeated Samoa Joe to reclaim the title after, as we talked about before, after that defeat that Joe gave him back at Payback. Let's see here. The Ascension are now tag team title holders of SmackDown, defeating the Usos, who have been on quite the streak.
I love that. I'm so happy about that.
That was a good one too, man. I mean, I can't really say that there was any like bad matches that I can remember. I mean, like everything's pretty solid. I mean, not bad, but you know what I mean. Everything's pretty much stood the test of the show.
Not to mention, once again, you came out on top in the interpromotional match.
Haha. Yes. That was a good one, though, too, though.
SmackDown is leading Raw for the year 4-1.
That's crazy. I would not have guessed that.
We're going to have to start making more interpromotional matches during the pay-per-views, so I have the chance to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, after you got it, you came out like swinging with the Shinsuke and Undertaker match. I'm like, oh great.
Nakamura.
And then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, it was.
With Vader winning the Money in the Bank match, which still just sounds bizarre to say. I don't usually equate Vader and anything having to do with climbing or getting off his feet very long.
Well, I mean, there is always the Vader salt.
Well, yeah. That's why I said for more than like a couple seconds.
And he made his presence felt before Battleground.
Oh, yes.
Reminding The Rock and Psycho Sid that he has that Money in the Bank briefcase.
And that was quite the Haraway moment, because not only did he almost cost The Rock his chance to face Samoa Joe, he almost cost The Rock his career in at least in SmackDown. So, because I remember that match caused The Rock to be distracted long enough for Sid to powerbomb him.
Yeah,
And if you want to see that one, check out the archives on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitch. We're everywhere.
Yes, we are. You got quite the little cruiserweight showcase happening here.
I have so many not so many, but the cruiserweights I have are so good that it's like, man, I need to do more with these guys. I love watching them wrestle. And I kind of have a newfound respect for Neville after seeing some of his earlier stuff. Not that I didn't like him before, but...
Oh, you saw the ladder match, didn't you?
No, not yet. I saw... Oh my God, who was it? It was...
Didn't you say you finished watching the first Takeover?
Well, what I thought was the first one. I wasn't 100% sure. It's the... What was the... I'm trying to think of the... Tyler Breeze.
The main event for the first one was Neville and Bo Dallas.
No, that's not the one I watched.
In a ladder match.
This was like...
Okay, you're gonna have to go back further. You saw the Fatal 4-Way match, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Breeze, Neville, I don't remember who else was in it.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, that wasn't a 4-way. The one I saw was Tyler Breeze versus someone for a contender match. I have to go back and look. It was like... Was it March? Something 20... It was a takeover. I just... so I just don't know. It's one of the earlier ones, if it wasn't the first one. I'm trying to think of who all was on it, because there's people... Like Sami Zayn and lost down there. Who was he wrestling?
Was it Cesaro?
Crap, man! I don't remember. I'm gonna go back and look. I keep getting I keep getting it mixed up with the one I finished last night. Because that one had like the fatal 4-way with Ember Moon, Kairi Sane.
Oh god, that Fatal 4-Way was awesome.
Oh, that was amazing, man. That ending was great. Great match. But yeah, I'm getting everything mixed up. And some of the people, you know, obviously I didn't know some of them. Who was it? It was Cien versus Drew McIntyre? Or Agrande?
Yeah.
That was a really good match. I really liked...
Yeah, that's the one where McIntyre got injured in that match.
Was that his groin?
No, it was his shoulder. It was on the very last move on that DDT.
Oh, that kind of explains how... It looked weird the way it... Like, he caught more of it on his side, he didn't get him on the head all the way.
Yeah.
Or, you're not all the way, you know what I mean? Like, the camera angle they did it didn't look like it was a normal... Like, it was off. And then when they did the replay from a different angle, so, you know, you couldn't... But I'm really digging him, man. That dude, I like that he's the heel and he does the devious heel things, and I like the manager, you know, his story with him and this girl whipping him into shape. But I also think he's really good.
It may have been the first... Oh, Sin Cara just got eliminated. Oh, and Kalisto was eliminated also. We haven't been paying attention.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh!
Brian Kendrick.
Brian Kendrick.
Evil Penguin's got me watching. I'm going back and watching NXT, and I'm actually starting to like really like it more and more.
It may have been the first one that was actually labeled TakeOver that you watched. Because the first one that was labeled TakeOver was May 29th, 2014. And I see Sami Zayn versus Tyler Breeze, #1 contender for the NXT Championship, on the poster.
Yes.
And it also had Charlotte versus Natalya for the NXT Women's Championship.
That was sweet too. That was a good one. I just tried to go back and find the first one I could, because I'm gonna end up trying to watch all of them eventually anyway. So.
And go figure, Tyson Kidd versus Adrian Neville.
That's who it was. I remember. Oh yeah. Because I really liked. It was a really good match. I really liked Tyson Kidd at the end of that match. How he went and shake his hand. I think it's a classic heel.
Oh yeah, he was mad at the end of that match.
Audience, suck it up, suck it up. But I seen Neville and my dude. It's so weird going back and seeing him there, and then how he is as a heel. I don't know. I think he's a good heel. I just is a very different person to me.
He's a better heel than he ever was a babyface. Much better.
Tyler Breeze is pretty good too, man. I haven't, you know, besides him wrestling with Fandango and kind of doing silly stuff, I didn't see a lot of his character. I didn't know much about him, so that was kind of neat. Because what I liked about his character is he kind of remind me. You ever play Super Punch Out?
No, but I watched you play it, or at least on the Wii.
There's the one on the Super Nintendo in the very last. What do you call it? The very last circuit. There's a guy that tries to act all calm and pristine. Like, it's real hard to hit him in the face. He's really vain. But as the match goes on...
I think I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember his name. But as you go on, you hit him in the face, he starts losing his composure and getting real mad, getting aggressive. That's what Tyler Breeze was like. He started off being that kind of blah, 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 you know, but as the match was going on, I mean, he started really digging in there, man. I was like, ooh.
Okay, this is what you need to do. You know how you can make a watch list on the WWE Network?
Yes.
Just go and add them all to your watch list.
I'll do that.
What you want, the first one you want to do is February 27th of 2014. It's NXT Arrival.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna write that down. Paper everywhere, but nothing to write on. Okay. February, what was it?
27th.
2014?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the one with the ladder match and Sami Zayn versus Cesaro in what Michael Cole called the match of the year in all of WWE.
Wow.
It was an incredible match. Anyway, let's focus on this match with yet another cruiserweight.
Tyson Kidd. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I was speaking of Cedric Alexander.
A newcomer to TGW Smackdown here. It's his second showing, right?
Something like that.
First showing. Oh, nice move by Tyson Kidd. And Tay, we haven't seen too much of Tyson. I think this is the second or third match we've seen him.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Great up-and-coming wrestler, married to Natalia. Natty Neidhart. Ooh, short DDT.
Natty Neidhart.
Natty. That's what I like to call her.
I think the first time we saw Cedric was in the Open Challenge.
Ah, you're right. You're right. That's when he made his debut. And then catching Seth Rollins off guard. Catching everybody off guard. Oh, beautiful Russian leg sweep.
I'm a big fan of Cedric. I really like him.
He's a very impressive athlete. Even in defeat, he still put on an impressive showing. I don't think I've seen him in the WWE so far, though. I don't know if I've actually watched anything.
It's because you need to watch 205 Live, brother.
No, there's so much. I'll give them this much, man. They may be under the same umbrella, but there is a lot of one.
Yeah, there's a lot of differentiating between the brands.
I mean, when you got Next and then 205 Live, then you got the main roster show.
You did it again. You did it again. God, that irritates me. You said Next.
Oh, dude, my brother kept doing it the other day. I realize he does it all the time too. I'm like, maybe that's where I got it from. Well, between NXT and 205 Live and I'm sorry, 205 Live and and the main shows, I mean, yeah, you got a nice, isn't there some, it seems like there's something else that, I know they've been doing the mixed match challenge, but that's Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Wasn't there something else? It's like they were,
not anything other than, like, main event, which I never ever watch. But yeah, between Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and 205 Live, there's a good 7 hours of wrestling every week.
And that's with different people, too.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Because I watch every bit of it every week.
Well, it's cool because you can be someone who, like... And I can almost see myself starting to do this after watching more NXT. You could be someone who just likes to watch the NXT show and never even really pay attention that much to the WWE. Or you could just watch 205 Live and SmackDown. And, you know what I mean? And just whatever, you know... You're still getting a completely different roster of people every time.
Right.
Oh, Hurricane Rana. See, what they need to strike a... This will probably never ever happen. Strike a deal with New Japan and have one of their shows on there.
That's not going to happen.
don't like saying things won't ever happen, though, man, because some of the shit we've seen the last 5-10 years, man. Oh, beautiful DDT by Cedric Alexander.
It's interesting that you mentioned different rosters.
Yes.
Don't worry, you'll find out about that soon enough.
Alrighty.
1,
2.
The referee was counting on Tyson's leg,
I'm sure he didn't.
not even looking at the shoulders. Nice neck breaker.
And a cover. 1, 2. Oh! Tyson reaching out and grabbing the ropes at the last second. Oh!
That's why they call it high risk, ladies and gentlemen.
These two, I mean, especially Cedric being one of the cruiserweights in there, he knows all about the high risk factor. Tyson, I look
True
at
story. Cover. 1, 2,
3.
got him.
I look at Tyson as more of a, just more like a wrestler. You know what I mean? I don't look at him more doing the high fly. I don't know how much. It's like I've seen him do a lot of high flying stuff.
Yeah, I just, it's really hard for me to get behind Tyson. I've never been a fan.
I didn't. The only things I really, when I like really saw him was when he was working with Cesaro, and then he got hurt, and it was like, oh, okay then. And a beautiful finisher and a beautiful win for Tyson Kidd.
Let's get a count.
17, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54.
Okay. I was like maybe a half second on. I posted something on Facebook that it was a quote. It was a quote from Chewie with just letters like a and I typed a wise Wookiee he is.
Yeah, I love that picture. Words of encouragement. Uh-oh.
Speaking of Tyson Kidd,
Bret Hart, fresh off his impressive victory, walking a little taller and a little straighter tonight, both from confidence and from not having the crap just being kicked out of him. Dusty Rhodes
walking a little slower.
Yeah. Dusty Rhodes, I mean, man, he didn't go out without a fight.
That was an incredible match.
Let's see what the Hitman says here.
Well, he did push himself to the limit.
Yeah, you seen Bret's face at the end of that match. I don't know. It's hard to tell who actually won it. The Crimson Mask.
Well, it's cool that he's got the respect, but
that's just
yeah,
one step on the long road.
I feel like he's kind of gloating a little bit, but maybe that's just me.
Let's see what he says here.
King of the Mountain.
Well, as long as Bret is willing to work for it and is able to keep a little bit of humility in there. Well, never mind.
Yeah, that's humility that most certainly is not.
But I mean, he's doing nothing less than people before him, And we'll see if he backs it up. That's the. He may have beat Dusty Rhodes, and Dusty Rhodes is a legend, but Dusty Rhodes isn't the champion. And Dusty Rhodes.
No, keep going.
I was saying Dusty Rhodes is the man at the top of the mountain right now.
No, that man is The Rock.
And those two have been taking barbs at each other the last few weeks, so this should make that should just intensify that whole situation even more.
It's going to be quite interesting to see.
The Rock with quite the impressive victory over Samoa Joe.
Indeed.
Oh, Tamina.
Making her way to the ring from Pacific Island, Tamina.
That's your Island Lita.
I don't know, man. She's crazy. Those guys
What do you think about the shape these women appear to be in?
crazy.
Clearly been prepping.
It reminds me of the stories I used to hear about. She was fine. The stories I used to hear about Barbarian. You know, he's like the only person the Barbarian feared was his wife.
Well, I mean, her dad is Captain Coconut.
Yes. Shoot. Good old Jimmy Snooperfly Snuka.
That Piper's Pit segment, dude, I can watch that over and over.
That epic cracking of the coconut.
And then when they faced off against each other in the Royal Rumble, years and years and years later, at Madison Square Garden, I mean, the Rumble match completely stopped. I've never seen that happen before. The Rumble match just completely went dead.
From Calgary, Alberta,
Well, that was like, man, that's like a virgins right there from the WWE. Like, that's like, holy shit. It was almost in a weird way, and I don't think it had the same reaction as like when John Cena and Kurt Angle got in the ring at Survivor Series together. It was almost like, oh shit, these two have this big old, you know, big
long-standing rivalry. Speaking of long-standing, you know, you've got the Hart family all over this show, apparently.
Well, you know, the funny thing wasn't even really on purpose. Bert came to me and, you know, he wanted to speak his mind a little bit. I figured after such a performance, the least I could do was let the guy have a few minutes. And what better place to put it in than between his niece and his, I don't know, what is she to him?
Nephew by marriage. Well, yeah, she is his niece.
Okay. I get it. Sometimes I'm like, okay, wait a minute, where are these guys? Because for a long time, I thought, before I really figured out who Natalya was, and I really started watching her, I heard Tyson Kidd. I thought Tyson Kidd was like Davey Boy Smith's son or something. Like when I first started.
No.
Which is Smith Hart, right?
No. Tyson Kidd was teaming with Davey Boy's son.
Oh, okay.
Tyson Kidd is the last graduate of the dungeon.
That I did not know. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's the last one that came out of the dungeon.
When did Stu die? Stu died in... It's been a little while.
It's been a few years at least.
Oh, a Tamina power move here. Oh! She broke her in half.
My God!
My God! And Tamina kind of having her way with her so far. Oh.
Tamina had close to a camel toe clutch in that body slam.
A camel toe clutch? Jesus. The most controversial channel on Twitch.
I told you before, man, that's President Trump's favorite wrestling move.
Jesus Christ.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I am here to entertain you.
I'll be here all week. The 7 o'clock show is completely different from the 9 o'clock show. Bring your kids. Oh,
Oklahoma Slam! No, that wasn't an Oklahoma Slam. That was just a straight up power slam.
by Natty Neihart.
Tamina getting risky here. This is going to be a superplex?
Oh,
No, this is,
holy shit.
that is a huge Samoan drop.
And, you know, we talk about families here, man. This is a great example of two, you know, family members from two dynasties from wrestling.
Well, Jimmy Snuka is blood brothers with, I want to say, The Rock's, I want to say maybe The Rock's grandfather. They were blood brothers.
His grandfather, was that
That was High Chief.
High Chief? Okay, okay.
High Chief Peter Maivia.
You know, I'm about to look online. I bet you someone's got like a written out like family tree of those guys, like a visual. That'd be interesting to see.
Well, Mackenzie keeps bitching to me about, like, there's a full DVD set that was made about the Hart family, but quite honestly, the NOIE family is so much more interesting.
Well, I mean,
Because there's so many more family members.
yeah. Well, so many more family members, and when you look, I mean, we don't like the stereotype or cliche. We all like to stay away from that stuff. But anybody who's a wrestling fan or has worked in the wrestling business will tell you that the Samoans are insane. Good people, great people to hang out with, friendly. Don't want to piss them off. They will fucking kill you. Like go look.
Certainly don't ever try to headbutt them.
Oh, jeez, Pete. You might as well smash your head into a cement wall and get it over with. Oh. And you're right. I mean, like you said, I mean, the dynasty with the Hearts, I think it's more centered around, like, you know, Stu and Stampede. And they still have a pretty respectable sized family, but I don't think they've had as many people. They haven't had as many people had success in wrestling the way that.
Especially mainstream success.
Yeah, yeah.
Like maybe success in Canada that, you know, was before our time, before we really knew, now there's an Oklahoma Slam.
Nice.
Before, you know, the advent of the internet and the advent of social media, to where it was easier to follow like it is today. Oh, cover. 1, 2. Oh, not even a 2 count. But, I mean, yeah, that may have all happened in Canada in, like, the 70s and 80s. But, I mean, quite frankly, when you look at the NOIE family, and there's no way I'm going to remember them all.
Well, that just speaks to your point. I mean, there's so many of them, so many of them had success.
You started out with Alpha and Sika. You had discus clothesline.
And I cover.
Oh, wait, cover. 1, 2, not even a 2. Actually, it started out with High Chief Peter Maivia. Then there was Alpha and Sika. Rocky Johnson married into the family. You had the Head Shrinkers coming up, Samu and Fatu. Fatu, who of course is Rikishi. You had Yokozuna. You know, then you get down into the later generations. You have, you know, Rosie and Jamal, 3-minute warning.
Oh, the sharpshooter. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Done. Yeah, you have 3-minute warning. You have the Usos. You have The Rock. You have Roman Reigns. Nia Jax.
Well, what about Ming and Barbarian?
Ming and I don't think they were actually part of the family.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know. As far as I'm aware, they are not part of that family.
Oh, I have my tablet here. I'm gonna see. Maybe they were like Snuka. Maybe they were like real close to the family or something. You know, like
That could be. That could be. But I mean, just even with just the names that I just rambled off top of my head.
I mean, you're talking about some of the biggest names in the past
Ever.
and present. Yeah.
You know, just look. I mean, let's look at the three that had the biggest success out of them as far as championships: Yokozuna, The Rock, and Roman Reigns. Yokozuna, two-time WWF champion, multiple-time tag team champion. The Rock, I mean, The Rock is The Rock.
He's still one of the biggest names in the world now.
And Roman Reigns, he's still got a good 10 years ahead of him. And he's already had, what, 3 or 4 world titles?
And whether people want to cheer him or not, he's one of the best in one of the best in the world right now. Dude. He's great.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He's got a bad... You know, and that whole thing with him getting booed started when... Oh, Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, man. Great showing at Battleground, like you said.
The whole thing with Roman getting booed started when he won the Royal Rumble. Because everybody wanted Daniel Bryan to win that Royal Rumble.
Yes.
You know, the year prior, Daniel Bryan wasn't in the Royal Rumble. That's when Rey Mysterio came out number 30, and he got booed out of the freaking building. And then the next year, Daniel Bryan was in the Royal Rumble, got eliminated, and Roman Reigns won. And since everybody wanted Bryan to win, that's why they have booed him ever since. Because it's cool to boo Roman Reigns.
You know what I always hear, man, is like people working the company and the house shows and stuff, they cheer the shit out of me. So it's like, just people trying to be on TV, trying to be, part of the show.
Yeah, they're just trying to fit in. And I absolutely hate that. I actually went on a Facebook rant about that.
Good, because it's not fair. It's not fair the way they treated Batista when he came back last time.
Oh, and it's not just about that. Oh my God, is this going to be a good match?
Oh, man.
Thank you for making this match, sir. No, but when I went on a Facebook rant, it was about just people trying to fit in, being a slave to trends, and it drives me absolutely insane. I know I'm getting kind of personal, political, whatever on the show, and I'm not supposed to do that.
Say it,
But
baby, say it.
I mean, it's just my opinion. Because people who are a slave to trends, just, if you have no sense of self, because you just want to be like everyone else, and you just want to do what everyone else is doing, why?
It's boring.
It is boring.
Especially when
I don't want to see the same cookie cutter personality in 50 people. I would much rather see a different personality in each of those 50 people to give me the option of whether I want to hang out with them or not. Whether I want to be friends with them or not. Whether I want to listen to music with them or not. Whether I want to go to a movie with them or not. Whether I want to go to a game, a sporting event, anything. You know?
Oh yeah, man. It's
It
frustrating.
drives me absolutely insane. Sorry. I'll be done with that now. Eddie Guerrero versus Macho Man Randy Savage, everybody.
You know what really grinds my gears? No, dude, it ruins things. Like, it's ruined Star Wars for me. I'm not even like, I've gone back to reading the Legends stuff again. I'm almost checked out on the new stuff. I love Star Wars, and people fucking ruined it for me. Like, it's this. I don't know. I don't get it. It's like people have these weird expectations, and it's like when I don't know. They say they want one thing, and they do it, and then they complain about that because it's not like the old thing, and it's like, well, wait a minute. Oh,
You want to hear a really unpopular opinion?
sure.
I love the prequels.
I love them too. I love the story.
I mean, yeah, the acting is terrible, but the story is great.
They get too much of a bad rap as far as it's what they contribute to the story overall and like where their place is. So many of the complaints I hear about them are the same vapid things where it's like, really? Like, that's why you don't like it? Like,
No, you know why people don't like it? He's such a binks.
let me tell you. Well, I mean, and that's the weird thing. Did I like Jar Jar? I mean, not really, but I just kind of took it as like, in real life, when you meet a group of people, you're not always going to like everybody in that group of people. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Like, you may like some more or less. You might hate someone in that group, but you don't. There's always different personalities. So when I see a character like Jar Jar, I just kind of take it in stride. I'm like, well, he's part of the story.
Chinlock.
Chinlock. Chinlock. Well, I'll tell you what, though. Every time I went and saw one of those prequels, and I saw all of them, as most of us did in the theater.
It's Three Amigos.
Yes!
2.
Uno, dos, tres!
Come on. No.
1, 2, and Nakeka. My God. I tell you what, I'm really digging that Mauro Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah.
He's what they need, man.
His commentary is absolutely amazing.
He reminds me of Jim Ross, but he's his own personality enough to where it's not like I'm constantly comparing him to Jim Ross. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, he just has some quality. Some of the qualities that I really liked in Ross are... Oh, here we... Oh, frog splash! We're going to see a couple...
Pin that man. And 1, 2, 3.
You're weird, ladies and gentlemen.
Viva la. You have to roll the R.
I can't. I have a hard time doing that.
It's just like Tim Hortons, man. Roll up the rim to win.
I can't. I've tried and tried. I can't do it. It's like whistling. I mean, I can whistle. Some
I
people
can't.
can't. You know what I mean?
I cannot whistle.
It's so bizarre how that shit works.
We're getting really off track in this episode.
No, that's fine. We just came off an amazing battleground. And it's hard to top something like that. We've had some good matches here tonight. Eddie Guerrero overcoming the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
I'm gonna call us Wrestle Ramble 2.0.
There we go. Well, yeah, I mean,
Although we'd probably get in trouble for that.
well, I mean, we're kind of. I mean, a little bit. It's not really. It's off topic, but it's not off topic because we're discussing how the social media and people being able to have a voice in that arena where they never had one before. Creative. Oh, it's
There's
time.
Mr. Money in the Bank.
It's time. It's Vader time. Oh, sorry.
I think it's really funny he comes out without the briefcase.
Yeah. What the hell?
Making
Well,
his way to the
Is he trying to make people forget that he's Mr. Money in the Bank?
well, that's what he said he wants to do. He wants to be the mastodon in the room that nobody's paying attention to, and at least expecting it. Although it's hard to equate stealth and Vader together.
That is a fact.
The guy comes out with the flames and the giant steaming mask, you know.
Yes, I do like this channel.
You hear something? What? Okay, finish what I was saying earlier. I'll let it go. When I went and seen those movies, though, I'm sure you can say the same thing. Those theaters were packed. You know, those motherfuckers
Oh, absolutely.
were cheering. Like when Yoda, I remember when Yoda and Count Dooku had that fight. Me and a couple friends I went with were on the edge of our seat. And everybody was into that shit. And I hear people laying around, it didn't look good. I'm like, really? Really? Like, oh.
And you know the thing? It's because Yoda looked so frail in the original series that people don't equate him to. They would think, no, Yoda will never have a lightsaber battle. So as soon as it happened, people were just like, "This is bullshit."
And that's funny because I never even for a second had anything but excitement.
Oh, me either.
Because I kind of understood that. Well, I mean, yeah, Yoda was frail, but then the whole point of Yoda's character was when he showed us a massive amount of strength with his frail body. That was always the point of. And he's 800 fucking years old. I mean, you know,
900.
900, yeah. Well, when the movie happened.
Remember, when 900 years old you reach, look as good, you will not.
That's pretty good, man. I wasn't expecting that. There he is, Skywalker. Man, I hope the ring is reinforced for this one.
You ain't lying.
That's a lot of meat in there. Oh. And Bam Bam Bigelow, a participant in that interpromotional match.
Bam Bam won that match.
Yes. Well, what was it?
So you've got a battle royal winner going against Mr. Money in the Bank.
Who shall come on top? I guess you could argue both these guys have been forged in the fires of competition. Ooh.
Which has nothing to do with the flames all over Bigelow's outfit, ring gear.
Totally unrelated. That was a fucking Mr. Perfect-esque dropkick, man. I hate to say it, but that was a damn good piece of work there from a guy that's pushing 400 pounds. Bam Bam.
There's only one guy that throws a better dropkick than Mr. Perfect did, and that is Bob Holly.
Bob Holly?
Oh yeah, Bob Holly had a beautiful dropkick.
You know, when you said Mr. Perfect, it reminded me of, oh, that wasn't necessarily beautiful, but it was still nice. Did you see the announcement?
It was effective.
Now Vader walking, doing his devastating walking forward to the ropes. It's like his opponent. Oh! It's like he's coming at me, but he's not getting any closer.
He's coming right for us!
He's coming right for us. It's because you get drunk then, you lose your goddamn voice box.
A nerve hold on the outside.
Vader driving that body right down into the concrete. Those giant sausage-like fingers gripping the nerves of Bam Bam Bigelow.
I was gonna say they're getting pretty high on the count here.
And Vader casually choking the shit out of Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
Vader time. Nice reversal by Bam Bam. It's not often you see someone, Bam Bam, stand next to someone that makes him look a little smaller.
Right.
That's why every time they stand up next to each other, I'm like, man, Bam Bam is big, but he's not as big as Vader.
I would like to see a Monster Mash Battle Royal.
Who all would be in that?
These two, Mark Henry, Big Show.
Undertaker, well. Yeah, Undertaker.
I don't know, maybe Sid.
Psycho Sid. Sid.
I mean, what's he got to do now?
Yeah, Sid's kind of not. You know, he won the belt there for a second. And things were looking up, and then he just can't. You know, it's slipping through his fingers.
Had the belt for a month. Was gonna get his rematch. The Rock poked his face in the situation, and Sid lost everything. Nice suplex. So I mean, what's Sid really got to do anymore?
Softball.
It is softball season.
God. Sid Luby.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to check on something. Are we gonna see it? Oh, Vader bomb coming up.
Ka-bomb!
1, 2, boom!
Oh, and for good measure.
Pin that man.
Vader?
Or not.
Sizing him up, I don't know.
Why would you? Why would? I don't like this out of Vader.
Vader bomb or not, Bigelow's way too dangerous to give any time to recover to here. I don't know what Vader's
Right.
thinking. Ooh, downstairs. And as we said, Bam Bam with... Oh no, the two collide. Oh, Vader's... The air on that
Oh,
one.
Nelson. Oh, we're gonna get a power bomb. That's a big man to power
I don't
bomb
know about this. He
with ease.
still not pinning him. What is he doing? There we go.
There he goes.
1,
1,
2.
2, done.
A decisive victory by Vader. That Vader bomb, oh. The beginning and the end there.
Really wondering when we will see Vader cash in that Money in the Bank.
I tell you what, man, I hate to be the guy that just gets some fight in a grueling championship match and I'm waiting there in the middle of the ring and then I hear his music start. And hear I see a 400-pound guy run at me, get ready to powerbomb me through the mat.
Yeah.
Definitely looks up in Vader's favor here. But like you said, when will he cash in? Will it be a week from now? Will it be a year from now? Several months? Who knows? Well, he has less than a year, so I guess that's very good. He may wait till the last day.
Let's hope not.
Ah. What's quickly becoming one of my favorite segments of the show.
I told you, other than commentating, this is the only reason I watch the show.
Sure it is.
Sure it is.
The champion!
You might want to get with your graphics people.
It took me a second to catch that. Well, either that or I don't know what he's got in store here. Oh! Rooster Day! I don't know what kind of match we're going to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Lordy, lordy. El coming fresh out the hills of a successful title defense against Eddie Guerrero at Battleground. Yet another challenge for Seth Rollins here, and a completely different style opponent.
Oh yeah, English has got that 1920s, 30s, 40s grappler style.
Barnaby! It reminds me of those guys on Family Guy.
Uh-huh.
And of course, striking a pose. I have faith in Seth. I think he can handle this guy.
Oh, I have complete faith in him. Even though it just means he has to beat Aiden English on Rusev Day.
Well, life's not fair sometimes.
But, I mean, any day, Rusev or Aiden English gets beat, it's sad because, you know, every day is Rusev Day.
Very merry birthday to you, to me,
To you!
to me, yes you. Ooh. That wasn't even so much a full drop kick as it was just a boot to the face.
Was that a way to get people excited for my Kingdom Hearts playthrough over on BananaRoMa?
Well, yes. I'm excited
Cheap
for that.
plug. Cheap plug.
No such thing as a cheap plug. Just like no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's taken on a whole new meaning in the last year.
Nice atomic drop.
Trying to cover.
What? Only a 1 count on the champ.
I give English credit here. At least he has a wherewithal to go for a cover instead of gloating. And another one. Oh.
He popped right up after that.
Oh, so much for that. This went. Oh! Nice roll through, and he's going to the middle rope. Axe handle.
That was like an axe handle along with a body splash.
A bash handle.
I'm trying to. Oh, chin lock.
That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the match right there.
Seth Rollins wins everything.
Oh, by the way, I looked up Barbarian. And they're not even Samoan. Or
I had a feeling they weren't.
or at least, I mean, they may be a type of, like, a different variation of that family. That I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. They're Tongan.
Yeah.
Maybe the same area of the world.
Nice helo by Seth.
Oh, he's going for a cover.
One. Only a 1 count.
Beautiful move by Seth, but not enough to knock the guy down or knock him out. Now he goes for ooh. I guess he can't gesture broadly if he can't raise his arm.
Chin lock.
Reset the clock. And we've had exactly, and then just put a clock there without chin locks or a counter. We've gone 20 minutes.
You would do that.
One day I'm going to do that, at least for one show. When everybody's least expecting it. Oh, Seth, measuring in English. Kingslayer. 1,
1, 2, done.
Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins.
Well, I can tell you that the local time in Tonga, let's see, that puts them 18 hours ahead of us.
Jesus. So what about? It's almost midnight there? Am I doing that right?
No, 18. That means it's almost noon. By the way, you're breaking kayfabe by giving away the time. Stop.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, I did it wrong anyway, so it don't matter. I wasn't even the right time of day, so. Your winner, the Seth Rollins. Oh, excuse me. I shall return. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. We've seen some great matches tonight, including a Cruiserweight Battle Royal and another successful title defense by Seth Rollins. And the night is not over yet. I have two major announcements to make tonight. The first is concerning the Women's SmackDown title. I recently had a certain superstar forced upon me by the owner of the company. I was told to make her the first contender for the women's title, but I had to draw a line in the sand somewhere. So in a compromise, I'm having a series of matches to determine the number one contender for SummerSlam. Next week, Ember Moon will battle Paige. Then the following week, we will have none other than Stephanie McMahon versus Mickie James. The winners of these matches will face off at the last SmackDown before SummerSlam in a steel cage match. Whoever emerges the victor will earn their shot at the SmackDown's women's title against Asuka. The second announcement is that tonight we are going to see the debut of a new tag team that I have been excited about unveiling. After the Ascension's successful victory over the Usos, I decided that it was time to throw someone new at them. It's good to stay sharp, and we don't want Connor and Victor to get too comfy. So, without further ado, here is your SmackDown main event tag team match.
New tag team. I wonder what he's got cooking. I did debut the Revival not that long ago, and
Okay. I'm back.
what kind of new tag team you got cooking here?
Oh, I've been so excited about this.
Hmm.
Oh, not these guys. Hey, they're not new.
I figured out where Tonga and Samoa are, and I'll send you some stuff once we're off air.
Are they in the same part of the world, or are they different?
They're in the same part of the world.
Interesting.
Guys, this match is sure to not disappoint, especially considering
They're like halfway between California and Australia.
Oh, wow. So they're just kind of out there, huh?
Because, ladies and gentlemen, the Earth is round.
Heresy.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, Lord. But what about the giant ice wall around Antarctica?
I'm sure we can send Braun Strowman to break through that.
We'll send
I mean, the guy can tip over semis. I mean, so let's see. Who do you got cooking here?
Oh, boy, I'm excited.
Oh boy.
Ha ha ha. These guys have
Haha,
been there we go.
indeed.
Some good old-fashioned country rock.
Oh lordy.
At a combined weight of 590 pounds.
Yes.
Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
Byron, are you at all surprised by the intensity
Good play, sir.
inside this
My kind
arena
of guy.
right now?
They're not
least
quite
bit
playing
by
with a
the-
full
this
deck.
is the one the WWE Universe has
As,
been looking forward
as
to for quite
evidenced
some
by
time.
the sheep mask, gas mask.
And every card they are playing with is the 4 of clubs.
Yes. It's just a deck of 4 clubs. Intimidating and imposing and ready to be unleashed. And the funny thing is, and I forgot to mention this, Breezango didn't even know who was coming out. So, to their credit, I mean, they didn't really have a choice, but they came out here not knowing what to expect.
You are sending them boys to the slaughter.
I would say like lambs to the slaughter. Too late.
I mean,
Been there,
pun
done that.
intended, I guess.
Here we go.
Oh. Oh, this is gonna be scary.
Everything Harper does, man, just, it's such an edge to it. I've always wondered, in the WWE world, I don't hear about him hurting people.
Sit out slam.
Oof.
I love that sit out slam. No, you don't really.
But he looks like he does. Like, when I watch him, I'm like, God, that had to hurt. They had to mess that move up, you know. But I don't ever hear people say anything. It just when his kicks and stuff look so real. Oh.
I don't know that you're ever gonna see anything as real as what happened at the Royal Rumble.
What now?
The Brock and Braun thing.
Oh.
What was I don't know what Harper was going for there, but it looked like kind of a leg drop, but he went the wrong way.
Mind game. Ooh. I don't think we've even seen Rowan in here yet. Oh, there we go. Or no, I'm sorry, that was Rowan, duh.
It's
Wrong side of the ring.
Fandango.
I was looking at my tablet for a second. Looking up, got a message here. Felix was telling me today he thought it was a good idea that we, I think you're the one that did it. Went to Discord the one day and announced that we were going live.
Yes,
He's like, "Man,
I did.
You guys should start doing that every time. It's a good idea." He's like, "That's why I wanted to have that channel like that." Okay, I'll start trying to remember.
Big back body drop.
Now Rowan in. Now that I'm. Let's see what's going on here. Man, his beer truck.
Big ginger.
Now, Rowan, I know, has hurt people. In fact, I think he hurt John Cena, didn't he? When they were back.
I don't remember hearing anything about that.
It was back when I think it was Rowan and Harper debuted, maybe, or not. They debuted, but I think it was when Rowan first came in. I feel like, or not too long after it, because they did that feud with Cena and they came out and attacked him. And I remember when I was watching it, thinking, because I think he hurt his leg or something. I remember thinking like that didn't look right, and he ended up I don't think he was hurt like, you know, I don't think he was out for a real long time or anything, but he did get injured temporarily.
Oh my. Yeah, Breezy is bleedy.
Poor man, every time he's been in the ring, he's been a punching bag.
What in the?
That looked so painful. Oh,
Innovative.
extreme.
Choke slam. Boom.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Short and sweet, but at the same time made it a long way down. Pump handle.
I told these guys to send a message to the tag team division. Everybody needs a little bit of spring in their step. We need a little new blood.
Well, sending a message, they are most certainly doing.
Tyler Breeze can attest to that. He stands there as bloody and battered. Huge boot. Oh.
That's gotta be it. No, don't break it up. Don't break it up. Oh, you are dumb. Yeah, see what you get? Now you get that innovative gut buster. Dance your way on out of the ring, Fandango. Huge discus clothesline. One, two, three.
I love that move. Any lariat like that. Clothesline from hell, the Stan Hansen lariat, whatever.
Well, the clothesline from hell was always one of my favorite moves.
JBL's is such just a big strapping dude. When he does it, it's like, oh. Nikita Koloff had a pretty good clothesline too. Back in the day. The sickle. Or the iron sickle. That's a little
Yeah.
like way old school. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest addition to TGW Smackdown, Eric Harper. Oh wait. I do the same thing with Matt, with this guy from South Park all the time. I get their names mixed up.
Eric
Like
Rowan and Luke
Oh,
Harper.
God, I hate when that happens. The Bludgeon Brothers. Yes.
Oh, well, quite a show for your first episode after the big Battleground event.
Hell yeah, man! I'm pretty happy with everything all the way around. It was nice to hear from Bret Hart. Kind of taken back by his. I mean, I don't have any problem with the guy coming out being, confident in himself. But he's still kind of fresh. I think he needs to remember that he's got a lot of climbing to do before he's at the
Absolutely.
top of that heap. So yeah, good show today.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. Please remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TGWrestling. You can follow us on Twitter at ThoseGuys734. You can follow me on Twitter at EvilPenguin1981. You can follow my fellow GM and tag team partner on Twitter at
OddSmith311.
And you can search for our videos on YouTube by searching Those Guys Wrestling. Or you can search for BananaRoMa TV on YouTube by searching #ControlFreaks.
We're usually the first entry at the top of the page. You can go to the BananaRoMa YouTube page, subscribe to us, then go to the right-hand side to feature channels, and look for Those Guys Wrestling. Give us a subscribe there too. You can catch past episodes of TGW Raw and SmackDown, as well as other programs on there. And you can also catch those on our Facebook channel under videos as well.
So no reason not to listen.
No reason not to listen.
So, for OddSmith311, I am Evil Penguin Gaming signing off, and as always, we have been counted down 1, 2, 3. Those guys.
Ciao.